a shift is coming. A shift is coming not just to this next year, but a shift is coming to this next decade. The decade of 2020 to 2030, there's a shift that is coming. In 2020 is going to be the start of a mighty shift. Ministries are going to shift. Churches are going to shift. Businesses are going to shift. The economy is going to shift. Politics is going to shift. Don't take 2020 lightly, because there is coming an acceleration that is going to happen to all mankind. And if you're not willing to transition in the shift, you're going to be left behind. Left in the dust, unable to breathe, unable to function, unable to accelerate. You will become stalled out without no fuel to make it forward. It was not uncommon for a shift like this to happen. This shift is for the ministries of people that have been faithful through the years. Now God is about to shift their ministries to a high octane. Meaning God's favor is going to rapidly move people into position where there will be a mighty move of God come forth out of their ministries and talents. People that have been have not seen an economic break are going to receive breakthroughs in their finances from working at the bottom of the chain to being CEO of companies. There is a shift coming, and it is going to sweep quickly and powerfully in the start of this new decade. Within the first quarter of the 2020, you will see a portion of the mighty movement that is to come to the decade of 2020 to 2030 decade. It is like Joseph. He had a dream and he shared it with his brothers. While in the pit of jail for many years, a shift happened, and it happened quickly. He went from the bottom to the top in one day. What happened? A shift happened. Like David, he was tending to sheep, then a shift happened. God was prepping him for a transition through the bear and through the lion that he killed. God used high octane to accelerate him past his brothers and past leaders all the way to the top. It took one day for this to happen, a shift of God's favor for this to happen. He had to face his largest opponent to get the breakthrough he needed for his shift to happen. He defeated Goliath in front of everybody. He went from tending sheep to ruling over many people. A shift happened. Like Paul and Silas in the midnight hour, a shift happened. Like Moses crossing the Red Sea, a shift happened. Like Joshua against Jericho, a shift happened. Like Daniel in the lion's den, a shift happened. Like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, a shift happened. Like Ruth and Boaz, a shift happened. Like the upper room experience, a shift happened. Like Abraham and Sarah, a shift happened. Like Lazarus, a shift happened. Like Peter and John in the book of Acts chapter 3, a shift happened. Like the woman with the issue of blood, a shift happened. Like the Samaritan woman at the well, a shift happened. The shift is going to happen that fast. It will happen between January 1st and April 30th, the very first quarter of 2020. It's going to happen, and it's going to happen quick. Movies and books will be made over this shift that is going to happen in this next decade. For someone, is going to write a top-selling volumes of books. Church, there is a shift that is happening. In the political arena, light will be shown to the darkness. Many politicians will be extinguished and uprooted in this decade. The prophetic word from the political arena is one world government, and that one world government will be orchestrated by God Himself. Curses over households will be terminated and overturned. Deuteronomy 28 will come to pass. Debts will be canceled. In the shift, the medical field will have a change. An increase of knowledge and wisdom will come upon the medical field. Diseases will be cured. Cure for all cancer will be released. Cure for Alzheimer's. Cure for pre-heart attacks. Cure for pre-strokes will be released in this decade. In the crime rate will come to an all-time low in this decade. Technology will shift. Also, inventions will accelerate in this next decade. A rapid acceleration of knowledge will be given to those involved in technology. God is bringing order to this shift.